Hi everyone, this is Andrew Ottman with an edition of Academic Spotlight, a special series of programs that we're doing on the colleges and departments at Middle Tennessee State University. This program will be focusing on our College of Education, and joining me to talk about everything it has to offer is its interim dean, Dr. Rick Van Osdol.
Hi Andrew, thank you for having me today.
Good to have you on the show.
Yeah.
We've got a lot to talk about because MTSU has a proud history of being a teacher training institution. That's how we were founded back in 1911. So I can't wait to start with the big news that we had just come out a couple of days ago about a national recognition for the college. Can you speak a little bit about that?
I can, I'd be happy to. So the National Council on Teacher Quality does an assessment of educator preparation programs across the country. And each year they take a look at various metrics and they try to get a handle on, to be able to tell people in the public where they might want to go if they want to become an educator. And we received an A recently in our clinical experiences at MTSU. And so that's a great accomplishment. We're actually in the top 33 out of 1,000, more than 1,000 educator preparation programs that were evaluated. So we're in the top 3.3% of teacher preparation programs. And so that might itself be enough for folks to decide they want to come to MTSU
Right.
College of Education, become a teacher, because we know from an external review that we do high quality work.
It was big news. We were really proud of the College of Education. Of course, we were even before that news came out, but what great affirmation of all the hard work that the faculty and the students have done in the college. Let's talk a little bit about what makes the College of Education at MTSU different than, say, an education college at another university. Why MTSU? What makes us special?
So I think there's lots of things that make us special. I think one of those things is our faculty. So every one of our faculty members who's in our teacher preparation program have been classroom teachers. They know what it takes from an experiential side, aside from their professional preparation as professors and faculty members to train teachers. So all of our faculty know what it's like to be in a classroom and can use that experience to bridge the theory to the practice. Another aspect of our program that's really strong is the field experiences component. So the clinical experiences A really was focusing on our student teaching, right? Our Residency 2 program. But our field experiences actually begin in the first class that a student takes in the College of Education. And all the way through their program, they're in the field looking at, observing, practicing, and studying what it looks like in real life. So they're in real world classrooms in schools across Tennessee.
I hear that all the time, and that's a common thread of many of our programs in colleges at the university, that we offer that real world experience. We don't just talk about what it's like to teach. We actually put you to the test, put you in the place. I know on our campus we're home to the Homer Pittard Campus School, which we run with the Rutherford County School System. It is a laboratory on our campus, but our graduates and our students are throughout the system getting this experience, right? And everywhere.
Exactly. Murfreesboro City Schools and Rutherford County Schools are the two school districts that surround the campus, the main campus of MTSU. And so while we have the Homer Pittard Campus School, which is a great laboratory and a close partner for us, that's across the street in one direction. Across the street in another direction, we have the Hobgood Elementary School. Across the street in another direction, we have Reeves Rogers School. So within walking distance, there are 3 elementary schools right here in Murfreesboro with access from campus. And so, yes, the Homer Pittard Campus School is a tremendous laboratory and a great partnership, but we also have other schools that we work with that are right here, as close as any other location on campus.
Very much so. I mean, like you said, walking distance, easy walking distance. Let's talk a little bit, and I'm very proud of the College of Education's physical location. You've got a beautiful building right in the heart of campus, right next to our honors college, right next to our student union. it's really, from a facility standpoint, the students in the College of Education really are getting an excellent place to learn, right? It's a great place
Yes,
to teach.
we've been there for a number of years now, and one of the great advantages is that our faculty are actually all together in one building. So while we have classrooms on the first and second floors, all of our faculty in the College of Education are located in the same hallway, on the same floor, in the same building. And so provides that collegiality and camaraderie within the faculty to be sharing ideas and pushing them to go further in new directions and explore opportunities for partnerships and new ways of thinking about how we prepare our teachers, whether you're early childhood, elementary, middle grades, or secondary preparation. Those faculty are actually physically located, which opens up those opportunities for water cooler conversations, is what we used to call them, right? Those informal conversations that then spur new opportunities for creativity and curiosity to look at how we might improve our own programs within the college. So yes, the physical location is wonderful. The other aspect of our physical location is it puts us in the heart of campus with our connections to the other colleges. So it's not just the College of Education that's responsible for teacher preparation. Well, we're the responsible party, right?
Right.
But we rely on our partners in the College of Basic and Applied Sciences. We have partners, we have faculty in all of those colleges who are experts in the content-specific pedagogies and content specific to the preparation of those educators. So again, those partnerships, the College of Education is the responsible party, right?
Right.
But our partnerships with our other colleges and other faculty are critically important for the success of our programs.
And those partnerships allow me as a student, I can become an expert in the field I wish to teach. They give me that background, and the College of Education gives me the confidence, authority, but also the wherewithal to teach what I
Right.
learned.
We are the professional educator preparation program. And so education's a profession, and it's very similar from a logistical standpoint to nursing, medicine, law. It's a candidacy program here at MTSU and across the country. And so you have to meet a standard, and you have to follow through with a set of standards. Our folks are licensed by the state of Tennessee. We recommend for licensure. The state actually does the licensure process, but we have to prepare them for that licensure, and we do that very well. Our scores on tests for our graduates are through the roof, right? They're tremendous. Our students have been prepared because our faculty have designed the programs with those end assessments in mind. That's part of what we call backwards designing. If we know what the outcome is supposed to be, right, then we can design all of the experiences for our students across all of the courses they take to make sure they're ready for the EdTPA, which is our performance-based assessment that's required by the state for licensure, as well as the praxis exams, and then the team evaluations, which is the evaluation system that every school is going to use. It's a state-approved evaluation system. We've back-mapped every element of that team evaluation system back into our curriculum across all programs so that our graduates can score well, and actually they do score very, very well.
They do, and like we led with the program, getting recognition for that excellence as well.
Yeah.
I mentioned the building because there's a great vibe in your college. There's, I would always joke with your Dean Emeriti, Lana Sievers, that it's the most spirited, enthusiastic college on campus. I mean, at commencement, the College of Education, it just goes crazy because they recognize the achievement of what they've accomplished, but also they have this energy about them. And my theory is, and I want to bounce this off you, is that I think your college does an exceptional job of preparing students to become teachers. They give them confidence, they give them the real world experience to understand those things, but also they're not going into anything blind. They've got this ability to understand why this is going to work for them. They'll know that this is right for them by the time they leave.
Right. Our job is really to prepare teachers for day one on their own in a classroom. And so all of our processes are set up to prepare them for walking into the classroom on the first day after they've graduated and they're a licensed professional educator, to be comfortable with that first set, right? But we also look at the continuum of development across programs. So while I know that this is focused on bringing people into our teacher preparation program, really we have programs that can take a teacher through their entire career and the development they'll require to become master educators in their fields or across other fields. So we offer graduate programs all the way through 3 different doctoral programs. So you can start your education here as a classroom teacher, and then as you find that you have additional needs, you can come back to MTSU and continue that development. So we're preparing teachers for day one to be successful. And they tell us that they've received great preparation. One of the metrics that the state does is they actually survey our graduates across the state. They keep track of them. And we score the highest with regards to satisfaction of our students with regards to being well prepared from their coursework as well as their clinical experiences.
Fantastic. You mentioned that you keep tabs on your students and how they're doing in the profession. Let's talk about some of the success stories of your students.
So we have the top placement rate, right, in the state as far as students going into the classroom. But also I think it's important to remember that that second year retention and that third year retention, our teachers are still there, right? We're still the top producer of teachers in their second and third year being retained in the system, which is another indicator of the quality of our program, right? That our folks, when they graduate, have been through enough that they have a pretty clear idea of what life's going to be like as a professional educator, and they're staying in the classroom. So we feel good about that metric as well.
Fantastic. Let's go to the very beginning. I'm a prospective student, and I'm thinking that education is right. It might be the choice I want to make. What would you tell a prospective student or their parents about why education, why the college can help them become teachers, but also why become a teacher?
So I've said this for decades now. Teaching is a calling, right? It's a spiritual decision, right, for a person to make, to want to be involved in the lives of children and the development of our society, right? Public education or private education, classroom teachers shape the future of our society. And so it's a tremendous responsibility, but also you want to come to MTSU because, like I've said before, right? Our faculty have been there. They understand what it is to be a classroom teacher. I think that's important to understand. We also know that our students come first, and so we treat our students the way we expect our students to treat their students as they go on down the road. My wife just retired after 41 years as a classroom teacher, right? Mm-hmm. When you think about the folks that decide to come into education and the impact they're going to have on the lives of hundreds and thousands of students across their career, it's an awesome responsibility, but it's a tremendous joy, right? So being a teacher means you're going to have the opportunity to affect the lives and lifespans of children and families across the community, maybe across the country or around the world. So why become a teacher? Because you are then connected to our society in a very intimate way. Through your role as a teacher, you are in loco parentis. That's the legal term. You're responsible for the lives and well-being of those children in your classroom, and you have an opportunity to become someone's favorite teacher.
I see that sign up in front of your building. You could be someone's favorite teacher.
You could be someone's favorite teacher.
And I know we all have stories about, I have stories about how my high school teachers impacted the direction of my life, and I can relate to everything you've just said. All right, let's not let you leave until we tell folks how I can find out more information about the college. Where do I go on the web?
Come to MTSU and you can simply Google MTSU College of Education and you'll come right to our programs. Feel free to contact us, look on the website, look at various programs, go through the undergraduate catalog to look at what courses might be available. But you can contact us directly through our advising program and reach out, and we're happy to address questions. If you want to come take a look, if you want to talk to somebody, we're happy to entertain any person interested who wants to come see us.
Outstanding. And you said something in your close, so I'm gonna mention this one more time because you brought up a good point. You've got fantastic academic advisors. Talk about what they offer the students in their journey from becoming a student to graduating.
Thank you. So while we're the largest teacher preparation institution in the state of Tennessee, we also treat students as individuals, right? So it's that large and small, it's the macro and micro, and our advisors and our faculty play a critical role in that. And they talk to one another, right? There's a relationship between our advising staff and our faculty in the college. And so every student is, might seem a little strange, is kind of tracked, right? We're keeping track of actually how every student's progressing. That's a part of our processes is how are they doing when they're coming in? What supports might they need as they go along? And what do we take measurements all the way along in their program to make sure that they're getting the resources they need to be successful. And so our advising staff are critically important in that, but that relationship between our advisors and our faculty is also a very positive one and helps support our students throughout the program.
Dr. Rick Van Azol, thank you so much for joining us and talking about the College of Education.
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
And this does wrap up our program, but a couple of reminders. December 1st is the deadline to apply to MTSU to be eligible for our guaranteed academic scholarships. mtsu.edu/apply can give you all the information you need about what the scholarships require, how much they can earn you, but December 1 is so very, very critical. You must apply by December 1st. Also, we will be offering 4 opportunities to take the ACT test on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. An important note, while December 1st is the application deadline, we will still accept the December 12th ACT test results, but you must apply by December 1st. So that December 12th test that you take on the ACT, whatever you score on that, that can be what applies to your application at MTSU and qualifies you for that scholarship. So if you remember anything that I just said, December 1 is the application deadline, and mtsu.edu/apply is a place to go for information. I'm Andrew Ottman, and I hope to see you on campus very, very soon.